You were slow on the
It's
one.
not a competition,
sorry.
fellas.
Oh, it is a competition, son.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
How? What? No. Cooperation is the solution.
Cooperation gets you nowhere.
Cooperation doesn't rhyme with solution, Shamsi.
Does that have to rhyme? No.
That's what you were going for.
No, I was going for words that make sense. That's the Jeopardy category I was playing.
What is cooperation solution?
Like, what is cooperation?
Did you ever wonder why we don't take you out?
Cooperation is the solution to almost any problem. 2 minds is better than 1.
You sure about that?
3 minds is better than 2.
You sure about that?
I'm sure about
لما يكثروا الطباخين
that. يخربوا
يخربوا الخرخرين. ايوه نعم.
يخربوا الانجريدينتس البسيطين المساكين اللي كانوا عاوزين.
It's not that wordy, but yeah,
طبخوا.
somewhere around that, definitely.
No,
Are you a chef?
not even close.
Oh, gosh.
I wish I was.
I love the honesty.
I wish one of the things in my life is for me to be able to feed myself. I do not have that ability.
Okay.
I am ashamed to admit this, fellas. But yeah,
Have you tried though?
Yeah, very irregularly.
Did you make a cheese sandwich?
Yes.
What did you use?
Toast. I used.
No, fool. How'd you make it? We know it has toast and cheese.
The recipe is in the name. What did you use?
There's different types of bread. There's different
Okay.
types of cheese.
So tell us. That's what we asking.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I use toast.
What kind of toast?
White toast? Because I'm not about that
Okay.
healthy life, unfortunately.
Okay.
And I
So a
used,
store-bought pan loaf.
Yeah, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sliced bread.
Sliced bread.
Go
Is-
ahead.
Yeah, the best. What's that
the-
thing?
yeah.
Best thing since sliced bread. So
Yes.
sliced bread and
The best thing since itself, apparently. Yeah.
was it Kraft cream cheese? Kraft cream cheese.
Okay.
So yeah, I just smeared that all over the bread.
Which kind of cream cheese?
He just said craft.
Kraft.
No, you're talking about the blue
regular
tin or
one.
the gold tin?
No, the gold tin. That's the fancy one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So-
the nasty one, actually.
Yeah,
That's-
that is the
that's-
nasty one.
That's the nasty
That's a
one.
classic one, actually.
I don't like
That's
that
the no. Okay, well, you
don't
know,
like that.
the rich see gold and think it's the best.
Yeah.
It's all good.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying like
I
that's the
know.
one we.
He
grew
wants
up
a
with.
bougie sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what you go for.
there's nothing.
There's
bougie
extra
About,
salt, but it must be expensive salt.
but wait, there's nothing bougie about the sandwich, right? So
Yeah.
the sandwich is consisting of these 2 elements, which then are put within a grill, which is just like a grill that you just
A press.
close-
A panini press.
A panini
It's not a
press,
grill.
right? I call it a grill.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the sandwich.
Can I ask you an honest question?
Yeah.
When was the last time you made a sandwich?
In lockdown. Like, that was actually
Close enough. I thought it was in college. But yeah.
No, it was lockdown.
Lockdown is
I had to
acceptable.
feed myself.
In college, you made burgers.
I made
Trash burgers.
What? You
Yeah,
made burgers?
I
You
made
made
burgers.
burgers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you moved in, I was
Oh,
treating
okay.
myself to.
Okay.
Basically, when I say he made burgers and راح تميمي, he took a piece of meat,
Yeah.
came back, just threw it, then just put 2 buns and ketchup.
Yeah. It was not very rare, but it was quite rare.
Wow.
I used to make what? I was shakshuka,
I'm not taking this bullshit no more.
tuna. What was it? Tuna casseroles.
What?
Yeah, not a casserole. No, I'm sorry.
No. Okay.
But yeah, that is something you should teach me, sensei.
Call me senpai.
Senpai.
Please. Thank you.
Was it not sensei?
No, senpai is the vice president.
Yes.
The vice principal.
Vice principal of who?
Vice President Senpai.
Okay.
Man, you know the hierarchy. It's not my hierarchy. It's yours.
I have no idea what you guys are talking
God.
about.
At all?
Okay.
Well, it says the weather is dusty for some reason. Is it dusty outside? Yeah, it's very windy.
It was raining when I left home,
Well, yeah. Well, see,
but it says sprinkle of rain.
again,
Like,
the wealth, they get rain.
Yeah.
We get nothing.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
We get the dust.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
So,
Yeah, fair enough.
أهلا مساكين.
Yes.
Weather privileged. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Weather privilege.
That is a real thing.
When you do live in a better part of town, which does naturally have better weather, you are weather privileged.
Mm.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Exactly. The Heights, son. Have you been to the Heights?
I'm not gonna.
Hey, welcome to Past the Kabsa. Episode 39. What's happening? Thank you for joining us. Shout out to all our podcast listeners. Shout out to our YouTube viewers. Shout out to all of you. All 10 of you. What's happening?
11 at this point.
No, that's 10. I'll never go to 11.
No?
Because one falls off and just someone takes his place.
Placements.
Exactly,
Very
son.
quickly.
Like, you know,
Tag in and tag out. Yeah.
we don't have the money to have 11.
No.
We got 10 money.
I look forward,
We don't have 11 money.
I look forward to that, actually, stepping up.
That's your boy Adil. I got the homie Turks right behind me.
Hello.
The
I'm sorry.
enthusiasm.
I'm sorry. That's who I am. I am an introvert that does not like to get hyped.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, it is me.
Hey, we got Shamsi to my right. What's happening, Shamsi?
Hey, how's it going?
Am I too loud in your ears?
A little bit.
A little bit?
No,
Maybe
you just
put it
sound
down.
good enough. Just
Okay.
Sliced bread.
I mean, you bet.
What the fuck? What? This guy.
Explain
No,
good
it's-
enough like sliced bread.
Like the best.
Okay,
thing.
now I'm too low. My bad.
That's the best thing. It's not good enough.
Okay.
Oh,
Was sliced bread that good? That's the question.
it is.
Was it that good? Was it that much of an
It
innovation?
revolutionized the industry,
It created sandwiches.
the food industry.
Okay.
Yes.
So before sliced bread, sandwiches didn't exist.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, even
He's not confident about that, so I'm not sure.
before sliced bread, sandwiches existed.
Okay.
I'm definite. I mean, hold up. I mean, paninis are not sliced bread, are they?
Well, they kind of are, aren't they?
Fair enough. But how old are paninis?
So
I don't know.
When somebody decided to slice the bread open and place something inside, that was the revolution.
That was the revolution?
Yeah.
The revolution.
Yeah.
The revolution.
in food circles.
Not the evolution, the revolution.
The revolution.
It's like, no, you're not supposed to get it open.
Yeah.
You're supposed to one shot
Da,
at one.
da. He holds the sandwich
Why
up.
is it every time we think about like back in the day, we think they're just idiots?
Yeah.
Like they never sliced bread.
Bro,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't.
Because they were wearing the Flintstones outfit.
Oh, that made okay.
yeah,
Yeah, see, now you made it.
okay,
Okay, now it made sense.
Can I tell you
Yeah,
something?
thank you. You solved. Asshole.
Can I tell you
He
something?
said Flintstones, yo.
Okay, I'm thinking about the Flintstones. Okay, that's what I'm thinking about.
Okay.
And I am constantly amazed by how people figured out how to do things. Like I am amazed that people figured out how to milk cows. Like the first guy to milk a cow.
Oh, yeah.
That guy was smart.
Nah, that guy was weird. That guy was weird.
No.
Whoever drank milk first, like, yeah, should try this.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
he just watched Mother Nature. Okay, and he's like, if they're drinking it, must be good. And he was like, okay, maybe they're. And then he
Yeah,
decided,
but
okay,
we're not-
the guy that made cheese, right? How the hell did he figure out how to
Exactly,
make
yes,
cheese?
Yeah.
By the way, everyone that says Mother Nature, I hate y'all.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I hate
I'm
y'all.
just saying. Like,
I'm just saying. I
Either
hate y'all.
prefers the word Gaia.
okay.
Naming Gaia. Naming Gaia.
I actually fuck with Gaia, so like Gaia is
Oh, I fuck with Gaia?
Yeah.
That's where we're going.
Gaia is a modern evolution of the. Anyways, so the point.
He was slowly just drifting into mythology. No. Stay away.
Stay back in this conversation, right? So, like the guy that figured out how to make zabadi, right? Like, how did these, geniuses come to think of these things?
Wasn't it Zeus? I'm just messing
Wow.
with you. I'm just messing with you.
Zeus, he did other things.
Yes.
He was busy doing other things. Very busy.
Yes.
Yeah, not about the cheese life.
There are stories of young men being pounded to the ground.
Wow.
And all sorts of creatures like swans,
Well, it
geese.
just flew right over his head.
Yeah.
He didn't even notice it.
As always.
No idea.
As always.
But,
You want me to?
No. We're not going to explain this to him.
Yeah,
we're not going to explain
I
to
think
this.
we're moving on.
No.
Never look back, bro.
By the way, I just realized it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Again.
Okay. Are we here on the right time?
I have no idea, bro. How y'all doing?
bro.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Today's gonna be a weird podcast.
It's already.
Yeah,
already
today has been a very weird day, especially for me. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. Turks, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
No one cares.
I'm still thinking about
Shamsi,
this.
how you doing?
I'm great.
Okay, still no one
Had a
cares.
nap.
Let me tell you how I'm doing.
Had coffee.
We don't.
No one cares.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm just gonna die with my own sorrows.
Yes. No. Please don't. Okay. What's up? How are you doing, Adil? You want always.
اليوم كده
Okay.
for some weird reason.
Because.
I think it's because I'm seeing you again. I saw you yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
And seeing you like 2 days in a row is just giving me this like negative energy. Like I don't want to do
Oh,
shit.
yeah. Once I heard "See You Tomorrow" last night, I'm like,
Exactly. You're like, oh
Wow.
fuck tomorrow. Like shit.
Yeah.
Need to.
Good God.
I'm not that depressed about seeing y'all. I actually like seeing y'all.
Well, you don't have friends.
Yeah.
You're lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friends have me. I don't have them. That is true.
Oh, Shamsi, the little pet.
Okay. So.
No, today was just weird for some reason. No, today wasn't okay. It was a good day. It wasn't an okay day. No, it was a good day. But it's like it had this very weird vibe to it.
Feels off. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it feels
I
off.
don't know about you, but I feel off a little bit. But that's
Do you have a
Someone
sense of
told me
deja
like
vu?
Mercury's in retrograde, and I was like, I don't know who she is. I never met her before. And why is she drinking Gatorade? I have no idea what's happening. I was like, I don't know, bro.
There's a new diet.
Mercury
on the
model
market.
كم بس
Huh?
Mercury model
I think it's an 82.
Oh, nice.
I think
Okay,
82
okay.
with the old seatbelts.
yeah
Yeah.
go sideways best
Yes.
with the couch in the middle not a car seat. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. That's dope.
It's like you're driving like a boat the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that kind of is that what they meant, Champsy? You're into astrology and all that stuff.
Okay, I do not believe in astrology. Astrology is poppycock. It does not exist.
Poppycock.
There's so many people who are angry right now.
Nope, I am sad. I'm actually happy. No, I'm not sad. I'm happy to tell y'all,
I don't give a shit.
poor souls,
Yeah.
that you have been played.
Yeah.
The stars do not give a shit
Can I tell you something
about
about
your
that?
day or your mood. Not even a single second. Please
But
do.
Mercury, dude, retrograde.
We are down to 7 listeners. There's 3
Yeah.
more openings.
No. Okay.
new
Yeah.
volunteers. You're welcome.
Like, listen. Okay. I'm very open to the idea of us as a species and the people not knowing things. Right? You'll never know anything, and that's never gonna happen. But bro, the stars are not determining your fate. That's not happening.
So you don't feel like you're getting some sort of energy that's beyond you?
You create your own energy. You are a being of pure energy. You know that, right?
Look, once I felt that. Like I felt like the change in the mood. Like I was just sitting there and I felt it's like this weird vibration.
Oh,
It was the microwave,
Yeah,
but at the
fair enough. That
game,
makes sense.
yeah, it was like something else other than that.
if you're feeling weird vibrations, my
Exactly.
guy,
I had my
be
headphones
careful.
on. I turned on the
Okay.
microwave and everything cut off. So I was just got scared for a second. That's the only shit, the only vibe
See?
that I've never felt anything like.
That's humans just reaching out into the beyond and figuring out.
Yo, I'm being an asshole. I'm sorry. I told the people that like stars and shit.
Well, I like stars. I like
Okay,
stars.
I'll
a
tell
lot.
you. I'll tell my problem. With
I
that.
wanted to be a star, man. You know that?
What?
You know what?
Wanted to be a
I want to
star man?
sit here for a minute,
Yeah.
Space Boy. Tell me.
Okay.
Explain
No,
to me,
I-
Starman.
I've always had a love and a fascination of space and stars and astronomy, not astrology, astronomy, the
Nice.
science part of it.
That's cool.
Okay. And if you remember, I thought of doing physics when I first went to uni, right? And the reason for that is I wanted to get into that whole astronomy / space program game. طبعاً, what's happening now in the sense of the UAE going to Mars, that was a twinkle in the eye of a young Shamsi. Did not exist. Okay. So
I heard a twink in the eye of a young chap.
twinkle, bro. It's a twinkle. Okay.
Okay.
So
Well, both are right, to be honest. But
so
Hey,
anyway,
you
so
can't say that menacingly, please. Twinkle is not a no.
twinkle, bro. So
Yeah.
when I was my freshman year, when I was dropped, unceremoniously into aerospace engineering. So the story.
Yeah.
Okay. The story. It's a great story, right? So
no, it's not.
my dumbass, okay, goes to uni thinking.
It's a very informative story about Shamsi.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about
Okay,
it.
so
We'll give it
Shamsi graduated at the time of a bountiful Bethat, right? That was the time of Shamsi's graduation. Everybody was applying to the scholarship program at the time and going abroad. Shamsi applied to the scholarship program along with everybody else and waited for his acceptance. During that time, he decided, hey, let me apply somewhere else. Where can I go that's not Riyadh? Sharqiya sounds like a good idea.
I wonder why.
Okay, because it's not Riyadh. That is exactly why.
Is there a university there that can pump my ego up?
And see, they tell me that it's good. Okay.
Ouch, but touche.
Thank you.
Actually, the attractive draw was I had a cousin there, so I was like, okay, at least I get to hang out with somebody I know.
Aw.
There's like peeps that exist.
So basically, throughout high school, your mom was holding your hand. Now your cousin had to hold your hand.
Sure, exactly,
All right,
exactly.
all right.
So
Safety.
exactly,
Safety.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
So, anyways,
Playing it safe.
long story short, we go through Oria, which is a whole thing.
What is that exactly? I don't
Orientation.
Orientation.
know. Oh, okay. Why is it called audio?
Because we cool and hip.
No, because
All right.
there was a culture surrounding it.
What was it?
It was a hazing culture.
Okay.
For the people who did not have the
Uh-huh.
pleasure of living in Sharqiya and going to Betrol. So basically, all first year students have their own building and their own set of facilities, basically that they use, and they're called orientation students, ORIA for short,
Or bait.
or BAIT. Exactly.
Technically.
So the reason for that is because there's a whole shitload of them at the beginning of the school year. There's like 1,000 students, which get what was it, dwindled down to a good 150.
Mhm.
Everybody else just cries their self to sleep and decides to go home or just drops out or whatever.
Yeah, around 50% only make it out to
Less.
like
I think it's less than
Okay,
50.
fair enough.
I remember it was less than 50%.
Less than 50. It was like
Yeah.
30%.
okay.
So anyways, so for the whole year, if anybody who actually studies in the university finds out that you're an orientation student, you get fucked with. As simple as that. Do not ask for help. Do not ask for directions. Do not
yeah.
ask for support.
That was a mistake.
Okay. And tell people that you're an orientation student because something wrong is going to happen. Okay. So we made it through that. And at the end of that year, I had to choose a major. My dumbass thought, hey, my Beth is coming through, so I'm not going to do that. That didn't happen.
Such a Shamsi story.
That didn't happen, right? So
I'm leaving it to faith.
exactly. So during the summer, I was visiting friends was in Canada at the time.
Oh, so you knew that you had to pick a major.
Yeah,
I thought you just like you had no
they
idea.
told me pick a major. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not being here. I'm not gonna be
okay.
here next year. I don't even need to do that.
I'll take your word for it.
So halfway through the summer, as I'm enjoying my summer vacation, I wake up one day and I find out that I have been placed into the aerospace engineering program, Jamaica Petrol, because it was A.
It was the first one in the list.
Yeah, it was the first one on the
Yeah.
list. It's like aerospace is like number one. Like,
And this asshole had the audacity to just say, when I saw the UE go to Mars,
Yeah.
it was a twinkle in the little Shamsi eye.
So-
you didn't even, yo.
okay.
I wanted to be a space guy.
Thank you for joining us. We're
So-
sorry for wasting your time.
When that happened, I'm like, oh shit. And then I was like, maybe this is a good idea. Why the fuck not? I go back to school. I actually ask around and I get told, by the way, if you end up graduating doing this thing, there's not a lot of people doing this thing. So you'll stand out in a very small market. Turns out it's not for me. Okay. My dumbass can't handle numbers. Okay. I failed several math courses several times
Can't
in a
handle
row.
numbers.
Exactly. And then I realized like, okay, I need to figure out something else with my life. And that's when I made that switch to marketing. Because, hey, words are great and I like them.
Okay, fair enough. That makes sense.
Thank you for another chapter of the Shamsi Chronicles.
Yes. Thank you.
If you wondered what the history of Shamsi is,
Yes.
that's
Right.
just that's a teaser.
It's a sample,
Right.
Yes.
you know, the hors d'oeuvres of Shamsi. But
Ew.
But it's a
Yeah.
better thing. Like when you walk in, you see Shamsi studying. It's better than walking in and watch Turks with a fucking model scale.
Oh yeah, that was tough.
Or Turks with cement in the middle of the
Dude,
house.
That was fun. That was really fun. I mean,
because it
building
was
models,
like Legos for you. That's
It
why.
was,
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
big boys.
Yes.
Have you seen me in IKEA? Are you kidding me? That's like Disneyland for me. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Have you seen? You've never been to their actual college, right?
Who?
The architecture college.
No.
So
Oh,
the culture.
Why would
there-
I do?
No,
Why would I just walk anywhere over there?
because it's an interesting building.
I went twice and it was with you.
Really? Why?
Yes.
It's like you're
I will not say it right here.
Okay.
Papa Shamsi's watching.
okay. Graduation was one.
See, I don't snitch, Saud.
Yeah.
I don't snitch. See, I don't snitch.
Yes. Okay, thank you. I guess. No, so the culture there is everybody gets a sleeping bag and they end up sleeping.
By the way,
What?
by
No.
Saud, I meant Saud Shargi, not your pops.
Okay.
I just
Yeah.
remember both of them are Saud.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
So Papa Saud and
Yeah, not Papa Saud. I'm talking about the homie Saud.
Homie Saud.
Yes.
Exactly.
We don't get issued sleeping bags.
You don't get
dude. No.
issued sleeping
no,
bags?
no, it's
I
not
remember
that
they get
much.
issued sleeping
No,
bags
no,
okay.
we don't. You get issued a briefcase.
and a rape kit.
Wow.
Wow.
Just a whistle. Just a whistle.
Just a whistle.
Because you had to protect yourself at night. But
That's terrible.
From the wolves.
Yeah. Ow.
you audio? No what? Huh?
I'm so-
No.
Wow.
We get issued a briefcase. That's about it. That's
Wasn't that bad?
No,
Sounds like it was that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
I
no.
can just see Turks running through the hallways whistling.
And he's dragging around tape, you know? It's like, no! Come here to grab me.
That's fine.
Oh my god.
No, but you guys, you did end up sleeping there,
We
right?
got sleeping bags.
They-
We got a water boiler. We got Indomie packs.
You got waterboarding?
Whoa, boiler. Dude, no, hell no. Wow. Ooh.
Yo, that's
It
what I
it
was
was
there.
tough. It was tough, but it wasn't that tough, too. No, hell no. Hell no.
It's like,
answer.
Welcome to KFUPM.
draw, Turkey, draw.
Wow.
Okay, now I respect the ego.
Yeah.
I respect the
To
ego.
be honest, like, okay, not to polish it, it does need polishing, but if you didn't actively try, you will not succeed. And that's what I realized. You know? Like, for real.
Welcome to the real world, Chelsea. Welcome to the real world.
A lot of
I learned that in college.
Yeah.
What the fuck were you from before?
No, for real. When a lot of colleges, you know, back then had the perception of like you could coast very easily, you know. So over there,
Oh, hold up. Hold up.
Coast.
No. Hold up.
Okay.
So you're taking
Not in
shots
college.
here.
No, I'm not taking shots.
No, you're taking shots. Who
Not
you
in
taking
college.
shots at? I know it's not. I know you're taking like shots at me. I'm not that educated.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just
Who you
saying,
taking shots
People
at?
who went to Saud, okay, told
see?
you,
See?
hey, like your effort doesn't always matter. Like, you know, sometimes.
No. I'm sorry.
Sometimes
See?
shit get
That is
personal.
some elitist KVPM speak that I am
Exactly,
hearing
son.
right now.
I'm just saying.
Did I tell
I
you
am
the
sorry.
Eagles gonna come back?
I'm
I'm
just
sorry.
saying.
I'm
Why
sorry.
are you defending them?
See that? That's what you're saying. You're saying them.
No.
Why are you saying
You're
them?
supposed to be on my side.
No. I'm with the people.
No, with the
I am with the people.
No,
I'm
with the
sorry.
people, bro. So
The fact that you called them
it's better than they.
No, wow.
Okay.
You know what's awesome?
What?
You just proved every single thing that people hate about Kiffy PMers.
Yes.
You
Okay.
just showed it like in the last 2 minutes.
Exactly.
I do not see that at all.
You are the reason people hate us.
Exactly.
No, stop doing
I
that.
don't crow about it.
Stop
okay?
doing that. Okay, we got like a very tough university, but also other universities are tough. And they got their own programs. And the
Not-
effort that you put in does
Okay.
matter.
KSU
It does.
graduates are gonna run up on you,
Yeah.
son.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I'm just saying.
Bah! KSU!
Yo,
Yeah.
yo. No. I'm just saying, there was a perception back then that sometimes shit gets personal and it just gets personal, you know? You end up, you know, falling afoul of for whatever, your instructor for whatever reason, and then you're fucked for whatever reason.
And that's
That's everywhere. That's everywhere.
Think so?
I faced
Yes,
that in KVPM.
that's everywhere.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
That happens a lot in Kiffy PM.
It never happened to me.
Because you were not that good. You were trash, son.
Because I tried. No,
Well, actually, look, you were trash before, but when you switched majors,
that's the thing.
that's when you picked up.
It wasn't my thing. And I was trying really hard to prove it to myself and to other people that I could do this. But at the end of the day, I was
Why do you want to prove it to other people?
because everybody thought that like
You
what
were
the
trash?
fuck- No, and what the fuck are you doing aerospace? Like you're just fucking around, right? So I had that. I didn't appreciate that people like kind of thought or viewed that this is not something that you can do. I was like, no, this is something that I can do.
Hold up.
Okay,
Did that turn out to be right?
that's not the point though.
That is the point.
No, that's not the
That
point.
is the fucking point. They were right.
They were right.
You were not good with numbers.
But for a different reason.
Doesn't matter.
Yes. And that's
Okay.
what I'm saying. It was for a different reason.
Did
My
you take-
problem with that story is that I'm sorry, you were saying that?
No, I'm just asking. Did you take aerospace engineering seriously?
Not as much as I should have.
Then you were fucking around.
Yeah, not as
Yeah.
much as I should have.
And most of the people who were telling you you're not gonna make it is because of you're fucking around.
But why was that? Because as much as I was intrigued with the you know the theory behind it, the
Mhm.
actual application that it took to actually apply that theory was not something that I found myself suited to.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
And that's just me.
Which is fair.
Which is fair, exactly.
It
but
is.
the problem was it took me like way too long to come to that realization.
No, it was denial.
It was denial.
It was denial.
Not the
Mhm.
river.
No, you. All right,
This
see, you know, all
motherfucker.
right,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah.
Today is gonna be pure hate on Champsy Day. Okay, that's it.
Give me strength.
Give me strength.
Wow.
No, but for real, it was.
We're gonna give you a beat down in a minute.
And the denial lasted for a whole year. I wasted a whole year by basically just dropping courses and not, quitting halfway through because hey, I can't do this. Blah 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 blah. And then after that year ended, I was like, okay, I need a solution here.
Mm.
Took a stock of my options. I was like, okay, I find myself most attracted to marketing, so why not? Turns
No, hold on.
out I'm not bad at it.
No, you're trash at it.
Yeah,
But-
not bad.
But
Barely above.
no, but I remember like because I was there with you throughout the whole thing. I was holding your hand. So when you switched majors,
Aw.
you went from the guy who was like, no, okay, I got like finals coming up or whatever, and like, oh, and it became to, yo, man, I'm doing like 5 people's work because these idiots can't get it done. They don't understand it. You took leadership compared to what has happened before. These guys didn't see it because they were doing around. I think you were doing your co-op at that time.
They were
Maybe.
finishing up.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't finishing up.
You were not there. It was only me and him. I remember that.
Like
No, he wasn't finishing up. But I don't know where he was. I think it was a summer.
I was always in that building that he was talking about with the sleeping bag and the Indoomy and the.
No. It was when he switched to
He was
marketing.
trapped there.
You were with Elmo,
Yeah, I was living there with
Yes.
Elmo. Yes.
that first year.
but you were alone. Sultan at that time left.
And he was there, but then he left. There was a small period before Turks.
Exactly. So at
Yeah,
that
okay.
time, I saw him take this different approach to it, where he's like arguing with people to get it right, to understand it, to do it the right way. And he took like full leadership. And it was your comfort zone. You felt like, oh yeah, I understand this. I picked this up easy now. So it was much better than the struggle of trying to understand. You feel like, I pick it up. And I think it was that. I think it was because you were in a position, you're like, what the fuck? I can't get this. I'm trying, but I can't get this. Then all of a sudden you went to something that you just kept like inhaling real quick.
It was much more intuitive because I think it played to my strength, I guess, in being a more social person, much more of an extrovert than an introvert. So that helped out a lot. And at the same time, it was much more. It was practical, there's a lot of elements of psychology to it. There's a lot of element of, consumer behavior.
You were intrigued.
Digital technology.
The same way Turks was intrigued with architecture and he took it very seriously. And he was having fun with it. That's another point.
I was having not fun. I'm sorry.
Like he used to disappear for like weeks.
Because it was hell.
No, it was hell.
I liked it.
Yes,
but
you
it was
enjoyed
hell,
it.
dude.
You enjoyed it. I remember you coming, like, fuck this. But at the same time, the second you were there, like, look at this. Like you had so much pride. And you even remembering it back. Every time you talk to me about those days, like besides the rape kit and everything, and the
whistle,
the whistle. My bad, I don't know what the fuck's called. All right, is that like you have good memories of the process?
Yeah, but I heard like if you heard
they broke you down. They broke you down.
It's not too late to change your major.
Yeah.
In your third year,
Yes.
Fuck that breaks you down.
I remember that.
That
One.
breaks
The third year.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Yeah.
Do you remember that
It
conversation?
was tough, dude. It was tough.
We had that conversation, all of us.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were there or not. We don't like you that much,
Yeah.
No,
but yeah,
we still don't.
he's like,
No, but-
he's like, I'm in shock, bro.
That was-
like, enjoy.
There was an element of it was a bit extreme, man. When it got to the point,
It
where,
was.
like, hey,
It was, and the dude was an asshole.
the dude.
The instructor that told me that
Okay.
sentence, and I
Okay.
just it fueled my fucking fire. I was like, no, I'm gonna prove you wrong, you fucking asshole.
See?
That's
And-
all I wanted to do.
Some people operate on spite, and I respect that. I actually
have
do
to.
respect
Yeah,
that.
but he operates. He doesn't operate on spite. Like, yo, everyone says I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'll get to it tomorrow. There's a difference here.
True,
All right.
true. Yeah, very true. But that I appreciate that it fueled his desire.
It did.
Like-
It really did. But then again, KVPM is not only asshole professors that push you like, to your limit. There are also people that go like, yeah, you know what? Your grades is not that good, but you're a bright kid. We're gonna help you out.
I'm just gonna give you a kick up the
Yeah,
scale.
exactly. So it's not as tough. It is tough, but it's not as tough as people say it is.
See, the thing is, maybe
The
one
whole
of-
experience, because it's a fucking ecosystem where you're living there, you're eating there, you're studying there, you're having fun there. It's like a
it's whole life.
yeah,
it's a whole life.
exactly.
And I think one of the things that maybe when
whatchamacallit.
it's an ecosystem. It's a micro ecosystem. So one of the things that you're talking about in the sense of it's not as tough as people think it is. One of the things you miss on that is you don't get in unless you're already above that, average of people. Because if you remember, a lot of the guys that got in from our friend group was, a minimal. A lot of people that got accepted into the scholarship programs didn't get accepted to Betrol. And a lot of them, I remember at that time, like feeling down about it because, hey, why, it's nice to have the option. It's always nice to have the option. So when it came to, at the time, it was my only option. Turns out to be my only option. And when I felt that I wasn't succeeding in the engineering, end of it, I still realized that, this is a good place. It has very good people that can teach you very good things. And you know what? One of those people was somebody I actually talked about today. Somebody asked me about him today. One of my marketing professors, Dr. Saleh Shibal, great marketing guy, an icon of marketing in the university and a graduate of the university. This guy graduated chemical engineering. And then he got a desire for marketing. He went and he got his master's in marketing and he became an instructor. So that really appealed to me, the fact that there is a support system. There are people who are really interested in learning and doing these things. And even the people that I studied with, I look at them now, they're all doing great things. Mashallah, tabarakallah. Like they all have their own things and they're all successful in their own fields that they decided to do. So, there is maybe that sense of elitism to it. I'm not going to deny it. But at the same time, because it was such a small community, because that community was such a mixed community, you had people coming in from literally everywhere in Saudi. You had people in Junub, like we've never, احنا أهل Riyadh, we've always been Ahl Riyadh. So when we went there, we met people من رجال الماء, we met people from Tabuk, من Arara, and they were people that we were, classmates, colleagues, and friends.
Dude, I met people that I thought only existed in sitcoms.
Met you, bro. That's a different story, but you know.
Yeah, man,
but-
yeah, you met me for something totally different.
Exactly, but we met you through one of the guys, one of our friends.
I was fathering.
One of our friends who, you know.
Shout out to Boots.
Yeah, shout out to Boots.
shout out
exactly.
to Boots.
Mutual
All of this
connections.
you see happen is thanks to Rabbi Subhanahu wa Ta'ala and then Boots.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta say that.
So,
I always respect Boots for that.
yeah, so it was such a positive experience in so many ways, despite the negativity of, you know, getting lost and not really knowing what you want to do and how to succeed in doing something that you actually are good at. But alhamdulillah, like, you know, we made it. We're here.
Why'd you have to do the Rick Ross vote?
I don't know, because I feel proud.
All I
proud.
understood from the whole story is that we have egos, and our egos do egos, and we go ego things. And when we graduate with our ego, we do more great things because of our ego.
Sure.
That's all I heard from you.
Sure.
That's all. That's
Sure.
all. That's all. I'm not hating on it.
All right, I'm just saying.
I'm not hating
No,
on it.
please do.
No,
Please
I'm
do.
not. I'm not hating on it because I understand the pride of saying, you know what, like I graduated from Harvard. You know, there's a certain pride to it because you know there's a level of hard work that needs to be done.
That's what I'm saying.
But my problem with KFUPM, when you graduate in business, it's not as strong as petroleum engineering.
That's true.
You're going there for the wrong thing. It's like those idiots that go to certain colleges. This dude studied, I think, business administration, I think at Johns Hopkins or something.
Okay.
Bro, that's not the
Yeah.
strong suit for
It's like
But I would-
Harvard
I-
medical school.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So people like that. They just want that name.
But still, yeah. I mean, what was I gonna say? KPPM, tough. There is a high bar for admission. I'll give you that, definitely. But you can't neglect the other universities.
I'm not neglecting anything.
You are. That's the problem. If you were not KPPM, you're subpar.
I believe KSU has
some fucking
brought
great
out
minds,
more
man.
quality students than KFUPM.
By volume,
Just
it's a much bigger school.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's a much bigger, so that makes
Doesn't
sense.
matter.
Yeah.
I don't know
Because-
the numbers.
Because y'all standards is basically everyone who graduates from KFUPM is the shit.
I never said
Uh,
that. I never said that.
Let's rewind
No,
30 minutes ago.
Not the shit. Not the shit. Not the
Come
shit.
on.
You know.
You were just shitting on KSU.
No, I'm not saying they're the shit. I'm saying that, you know,
There's a sense of pride.
there's a sense of pride to it, and not just that. Like a lot, I've heard this from a lot of recruiting people. Like when we see somebody is a KFP graduate, we're like, okay, like we pay attention.
Are
Okay.
those recruiters KPPM graduates?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
I just wanted to check.
Yeah, not
Look, in
necessarily.
Sharqiya, yes. If you're a KVPM graduate, it's a plus. But that was back in the day. Because right now you still have kids who graduated from KVPM, well, men who graduated from KVPM with like very low GPAs. So should I consider him still to be the shit?
Yeah, see that's
Should he also walk around with a fucking KVPM pride
Yeah.
when he barely fucking made it?
see that's why you interview the guy before you hire him.
That's not what I was asking you, Shamsi.
I'm just saying.
That's not what I was asking.
just saying.
Yeah, no, now you're just saying you're
See,
escaping.
I personally, I don't feel like it's something I crow about, to be honest. But at the same time, when I do see somebody else who
we have a group
okay,
where we see what happens when someone talks about KVPM.
bro, most of us graduated from the school. What are you gonna
Exactly.
say? What are you talking about, bro?
The egos and the bullshit that happens in this group.
أحلى شيء إنه half the fucking group is people who went there and decided, nah,
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out.
We ain't doing this, and they never. I never found out until much later. I'm like, what? You guys are suckers.
But you know, we don't have. Come to think about, it, we don't have that university culture.
What do you mean?
Well, anywhere you go abroad, there's a culture for every single university. KVPM has a culture.
It did. It does.
I'll tell
I can
you.
give that. But also KVPM. Look how big it is.
True. No.
It's not a mountain.
Compared to bro.
No, it has a mountain in the middle of it.
Exactly.
They call it, let's go to Al Jabal.
Yes.
Let's go up the mountain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Little students.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
There is a bus that takes you from your room to the mountain. Not the tip of the mountain, not the top. No,
Mhm.
underneath. Like walk up.
Yes.
Yeah, those some bitch ass flight of stairs.
52.
Bro,
I counted.
we got
counted.
buses. Like
Yeah.
we never lived in the old school student dorms. Like, you know about those.
I lived-
lines or what
I
they're
lived
called?
in
The
the old
lines.
school.
The lines,
No, I
yeah.
did.
Those are
You did?
ghetto.
So, see, I didn't.
Stubborn
Right?
had that.
You know why I
Because
didn't?
you're rich. You're wealthy.
Because I had a cousin who had a room in one of the better apartment buildings.
It was the first year, right?
It was the
Well,
first year.
First year they ever
And
had
these
that.
suckers
Those
had
buildings.
nobody. See
Yeah.
how that worked out for me?
I had to wake up to
exactly,
chickens.
son.
Again, back to the
And
point.
doorless showers.
We don't have that university culture here.
Across Saudi, no.
Why? Because we don't have. I mean, it might be the sports thing. It might be the college sports teams
College sports team do play a
and
huge
the
role.
mascots
Yes.
and the alumni programs
Yes.
and all the
No, wait.
Ivy League
Okay, wait,
varsity fucking.
We have an alumni program.
All right. We just
What?
trashed everything enough. No, we have nothing.
No, I have an alumni card.
Yeah, what do
Oh
you
my-
do with it?
Oh my
What?
God.
I'm allowed.
Why?
Yo.
Why?
Yo,
Why?
tell me about the black card, son.
Yeah.
I'm
Tell me
allowed,
about the American Express,
What do you do
son.
with it?
I'm allowed to access the university library for resources at any time.
You can kiss my ass with that card,
Bro.
son.
Privilege! I get access to the library.
I don't know about y'all, but I consider access to knowledge an important fucking thing.
Nice.
Yes. Resources. When I need it.
When did you go? Yeah, Shamsi.
When I was studying.
You see
there.
how this mic is tilted?
Yeah.
You say, I'm about to swing in a minute.
Well,
all right? Give me this bullshit. When was the last time you went?
If I ever decide to, I need
If you ever decided now.
intensive university
All right, that's
research,
what
I
thought.
know where
That's
to
what I
go.
thought. That's what I thought. Sit your ass
I
down.
have the option.
Quit your bullshit.
I have the option.
No, you have no option.
Yes, I
all
do.
right? No,
Yes, I do.
You would drive to Shargiya.
I choose to not exercise it. Fuck yeah, I'll drive to Shargiya. Spend a couple of days like enjoying the sea side.
In the library. Thank you very
This
much.
guy is a liar.
Bro, I used to spend so much time in the library, by the way.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
had finals coming, son.
No,
They
because,
had breaks. and
no,
stuff.
I had
They had
because
breaks
You were
in
naked
between
out at the-
classes.
You know what
at the
I would- okay,
library.
okay. You know what I would do? I would actually spend every lunch hour from 12 to 1, half an hour of it would be lunching in the cafeteria, half an hour would be sitting in the library reading the newspapers.
Relax.
Guys,
Tell me why.
Tell you why?
Yes.
Because I enjoy the routine.
Or because it was too hectic to go back to your house for an hour and come back.
No, I could have.
Right.
I always had the option of going and having lunch somewhere else. Okay, outside, off campus, which we always did. You know. And by the way, speaking of that university culture that we had, we were fucking privileged. I can tell you that much because we,
Nah.
no. Yeah,
Have you been listening to this podcast?
no. I'm saying compared to a lot of the people there, you know,
No shit.
Yes.
Have you been
Oh,
listening to this
definitely.
podcast?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
like we had cars, we had access to Bahrain.
Oh my god.
Not everybody had access to Bahrain.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that in.
Okay. Listen,
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Look at yep. Try to escape out of it.
No, like some of
The
homies-
Grandmaster and Papa Shamsi are both watching.
No. It was always nice to go and watch a movie and have a nice dinner and come back. You know,
Yes.
it was always a great change of
But-
pace, except for the 3-hour fucking wait on the bridge.
Exactly, because you know, like we always like to catch the midnight movie and come back.
Not the
Yeah.
midnight movie, like not
Yeah.
necessarily.
The 9 o'clock.
Yeah, there's a 9 o'clock movie.
Either way.
Yeah. Dinner comes after, you know.
Remember we watched that movie at Formula One? It was amazing.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Good times.
Good times.
Good times.
37 minutes of fucking KFPM. What is this bullshit
I don't
size?
know,
It's
bro.
bullshit. This is a podcast.
Exactly.
It's bullshit.
You thought you
You
were-
got topics?
Yeah.
Yes,
got
I have topics.
Go ahead. Throw.
Facebook is trying to make a watch just like that.
Fuck that shit.
Fuck your topics, son. Honestly,
Wow.
fuck your topics.
Facebook.
Like, let us reminisce about better times, bro.
Better
Better
times.
times. What the fuck are you talking about?
Like, you
He
know,
used to sweat the whole time because I'm in college.
Uh,
Another day.
he's trapped within his sleeping bag, having nightmares.
I used to wear cargo shorts and flip flops every day.
Yes, remember that shit?
Bro, you still do.
I don't. No, I don't. I do not.
Bro, we used to we used to hose him down.
Yes, they do.
While he's like getting ready for the next class, we're just like hosing him down.
Picking up the
Nasty.
fat flaps. Let me get underneath
Oh
it.
my god.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was Fat Turks.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yes.
He
Times.
existed.
Good
He exists.
times.
Potato couch.
But seriously, I feel
couch
like there should be a
potatoes.
college culture here.
I mean, how would you develop a college culture?
Here?
Yeah.
Well, now you can't. Well, with the graduates, you can't. You can figure out something, yes. But I think with the current student that you're getting in and all these new students, you want to have that KSU pride, the KFUPM pride. You want to have that. The KFUPM, they just have pride out of ego. Okay, there's
Yes.
very few people who are actually like very proud
Yeah.
that I got here, and I made it, and I graduated out of here. It's not that many people. Well, I'm not.
Nah, that's
Again,
not true.
there's only 300 that graduate a year anyway. So
No, bro, it was more.
okay, sure.
Our class was like 1,300.
1300
Yeah.
because it was
What?
trash.
Yeah. Our whole dufa.
Oh, the whole
No.
Dufa.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the.
Okay,
I
now
thought it was just
getting into
marketing.
university.
No. I'm talking
Okay.
about
You, I'm about to
Yeah.
say.
dufa للترجس كانت فيها.
Mm.
Well, anyway,
But so نشوف, one part of it I think is we didn't have a lot of colleges, a lot of the 10 years ago when we were first, around 10 years ago when we first got into uni, there was like 8 colleges in Saudi. Now there's like 20, which is great, or I think even 25. But there's still, most of them is relatively new. Most of them are relatively new.
and that's why they're not threatened. The second that these other ones give you some good, they bring you some good instructors, and they get a good what's the name, like King Abdullah when it came out.
Keek,
Yeah,
Cows.
Kaus.
Kaus. When it came out, it gave everybody a challenge.
It did, but that one's also very specialized in the sense of not being open for bachelors. It's all like graduate degrees and such. So if you go there, whoa.
So imagine that.
Like I'm taking attention. I'm paying attention.
I think
to
the
you.
only way we're gonna get a college culture here is basically when all of them have to battle it out for students. That's what's gonna happen.
Shuf, Riyadh has always been the draw for students. Like
Because
always,
KFUPM is sitting on top saying, "Yo, I do whatever I want. Everybody wants to be a part of me."
No, not just
And
that.
KSU is like, "Yo, my door is open."
But no, not just that. Like KSU is huge.
Exactly,
compared to
it's huge
KFUPM.
for a reason. Look how big Riyadh is.
Yeah, but I'm saying it wasn't just for Riyadh. Like when for a long time KSU was the first college, it was the major college. So a lot of people from all across the country would go there, and it kept being that place. So when KVPM started, it was a very small technical college. It was back in the 60s, I think. It was just serving the whole petroleum industry in Sharqiya. Now, when the other colleges started growing up, it was mostly colleges in major metropolitan areas. 10 years ago, or 12, 15 years ago, actually, when the explosion of students started becoming apparent, there was 2 solutions. One of them was the scholarship program. The other was opening up all these colleges. Nowadays, you have capacity to actually put people in all the colleges without resorting to the scholarship program. You also have other options in the sense of technical colleges, which maybe are not that advanced, but they do exist. Fashion colleges, tourism schools.
Mm.
You don't necessarily need to get a 4-year degree. This. There's
I know
a
this,
lot
and
of
then,
options.
and this is why I'm telling you. The problem is you have, for example, like Arab Open University.
Okay.
No one took it that serious, even though it helped out a lot of people
Yes, it did.
that didn't have the time to go and spend straight 4 years and just hit the books. So it helped out so many people, but people don't give it the respect that it deserves. So if no other college is going to come and challenge KSU, KFUPM, there's not going to be a culture. Competition breeds greatness.
Why is there a university culture in the States?
Why is there?
Yeah.
Because it's competition. Everybody wants grants. Everybody wants everything. And that's why the battle continues. Why do you go to Harvard and you find like a building, there's a museum.
It's not
It's called Ada's Library. One day it's going to be called. After I rob them.
janitory, maybe.
Janitor, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
an actual
more
space.
realistic,
Yes,
more
yeah,
realistic.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
And it's not even the whole thing, it's just a broomstick.
This janitory closet.
and 3 sad walnuts on the ground.
That's it. For the rats, and they're dead.
Exactly.
So, like, for them, like, you go there, and if you want your future kids to go there, like, I'll buy you a building.
But then again, like the culture there, the culture of like the
All of them, look, Harvard has so much fucking money.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
And it's basically like relying on alumni to put in money.
No, it's relying
Is
on
that-
China to put in all the
Okay,
money.
Fair enough.
no,
Okay,
but
I
it's
didn't know that.
not just that. It's an institution. Like when you say Harvard predates the U.S. It was.
Is it?
Yeah, it started in the 1680s, I think. It was the
What
college.
did they do?
It was a college. It was a college during the British colony times, and it
Of
grew
what?
of
What did people study back then? That's a good question.
medicine?
Oh, what are you talking
Okay.
about, bro?
I don't know.
Everything.
I'm not
how
sure.
to become clergy, how to become like priests and such.
Oh.
There were scientists at that time,
Mathematicians.
mathematicians. The Renaissance was already over, or the Renaissance was in
It was,
progress.
yeah, it was in the
Well,
progress.
not the Renaissance.
No,
What
no,
was it?
no.
The Enlightenment. The Enlightenment was in
Okay.
progress. So people were actively discovering new fields of study.
Okay, good to know.
Calculus was invented around then. Not in the US, it was in Europe, but yeah, around that time period, 1680s, I think. So either way, like that culture goes back a long, long time. And I think a big part of university culture are the alumni connection networks that happen. So I'm still in touch with a lot of people from back in school who studied marketing. There are specific groups for, people of certain colleges or certain classes. And that's part of the plus that university culture does give you. And I think it still gives you here. Like if you were lucky enough to go to this university that had this great professor and this great class of students, you still keep in touch. That
But
network.
if you graduated from Harvard and I go somewhere apply and a guy who works there from Harvard, it's different. If you graduate from KFUPM, you go into some company and the guy's interview from KFUPM, he won't give you that much.
No, he actually do. He actually would.
No, he wouldn't.
No, he actually
No,
would.
he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. The 2 or 3 people would, but don't tell me everybody does.
I'm not
Not
saying everybody.
Exactly.
In my experience, it has always been
Harvard
held.
graduates, every time they meet other Harvard graduates, they give each other the same respect.
You don't think KVPM graduates do? I think they do.
I
They
don't.
actually-
No,
they do.
that's why I said there's a lot of you. That's why they don't.
Actually, there's not that many.
You think there isn't that many, bro. You think that. You don't do any recruitment whatsoever. You think that. Trust me, there's a lot and a lot of trash.
Yeah, but compared to the rest of the schools, they're a minimum compared to the rest of the big schools in Saudi.
I don't think KFUPM holds the same value as you think it does. I think in certain fields it does, but not in all the fields.
Maybe.
If I had to interview 2 people, one from KSU and one from KFUPM and one from BSU, if I interview all 3 of them, the one who's going to be most talented, who knows what he's talking about, he's the one who's going to go through, not the degree.
I agree. And that's how it.
Like I
always
can go
should
to
be.
Harvard, graduate from Harvard, I'm meeting you first. You're on top of the food chain because I know what it took for you to graduate from there. See what I mean?
Yes.
And so when I'm from Harvard and he graduated from Harvard, I know, okay, all right, I see you. And so I'll give him a better privilege than anybody else because they built that culture. Not a culture of, oh, we're just Harvard. No, they built that culture. You know what it takes to graduate out of Harvard.
That's what I'm saying. There was
KFUPM doesn't have that.
It
KFUPM, if you
does.
can speak English, you pass out of ORIA, you're good to go. Then it's up to you to fail or not.
I mean, speaking English is a prerequisite for studying at the college and the university.
I'm talking about KFUPM
True.
here.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, I disagree. I think it does have that element of, hey, if you're a KFUPM graduate, I am meeting you first compared to the other candidates.
Right.
In my experience, I've
Yeah.
had that.
I've seen that up too.
Exactly. Maybe not in the same sense of the alumni society helping each other out, but also in my experience, it hasn't been a help, but it's always been a good door opener. It helps it, creates new connections. That network always creates new connections.
I totally disagree with that also. You know, you're not the only people from KPPM that I know.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about.
Like I know people older than y'all.
I'm just talking about. I'm just talking about my experience.
Yeah.
Like your experience still is too early. You can't give me that answer.
Yeah, sure,
You're still too early in your career.
maybe.
I'm talking about CEOs. I'm talking about VPs.
Yeah. Once
When
you
I
get,
have these conversations with them, to them it's not all KPPM first. Like anywhere else you go in the world,
See, I'm
there's certain names that you can mention that will put you in the front line.
Harvard's always going to be top of the.
Of course, yeah,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Oxbridge overall as well.
You can go through a huge list,
Yeah.
depending also on your field. But I don't think we have that competition where we look at how
We don't. As competition, we don't.
we don't have a competition where we want the best to graduate Mandela.
Or schools trying to attract the best.
Like for me, how I see KPPM, it's squeeze them until it's very hard for them to graduate, and whoever makes it makes it. It's
Yeah.
not make them be innovative, make them be creative. It's none of that. It's pressure, and if you survive the pressure, you graduate.
yes,
That's all it is.
that's what they want. From what I have seen, that's what they
Exactly.
want.
That's the model.
Yeah, they want a student. Whoever is graduating from KVPM, they can handle pressure. That's it. That's
And
it.
that helps.
It
That
helps a
How,
lot.
that helps. ما حقول لك لا, but it's not a culture where you're gonna be basically a pioneer.
Shuf, I think
Mm.
I remember from our class, there's a few people that really kind of emptied their schedules and focused on things that they were passionate about in relation to what they were studying. Now, those people are 1 in 100. You don't find them easily. They're not something that you come across easily.
And I'm not saying KVPM doesn't have these great
And
graduates
and that's
that
what I'm
made
saying.
difference.
Those
No, they
people-
did. They did.
Yeah, those
But we're talking
people-
about overall.
Yeah, but those people, because they had that passion, that drive, that clear-minded focus, they were able to find instructors or other professors in the university that actually did help them like innovate or research and get into that whole field.
But that does not rely on which college you went to. Being a pioneer is something personal, something specific to the individual. Like,
You tell me the college atmosphere is not going to help in whatever you're doing.
it will help,
I think
but
If you, it's the same thing with, look at it, elementary school, middle school, high school. If you're encouraging, if you're helping, you're providing, your students get better.
And I think that one of the things that KFPM did provide in that sense is that the majority of the students were living on campus, which is not the case for maybe the rest of the schools in Saudi. I know that Saudi has a big community that does live on
اشتغل
campus.
campus for whatever I'm saying,
No,
bro.
I'm saying
Oh, because they can sleep in, they're much better now.
no, it's just about that. I'm talking about when you live on campus and when you're constant contact with other students. That's when a lot of people that we saw, people that went to school at the same time as we did, they created their own connections and they started working on their own thing, driven by the college experience. Because while we like marketing, we'll start our own marketing agency, and some people did, and some people succeeded, and they're still succeeding to this day. So it goes back to you again as your drive, as your passion.
See, for me, that goes back to what you said about individuals
Yes.
looking at opportunities and looking at themselves. I am talking about a university that helps you reach your goals. When you want to go to something that is very hard to reach, they're there to help you reach there. They're there to help you. I know people who were finishing their bachelor's or master's, and the university, this is all abroad. The universities came like, okay, we like what you're doing with this. We think you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen, how about we pay for your PhD and you work on this? You hear that a lot everywhere. How many people you hear about over here? Or you barely even hear about it. It has to be someone that knows someone to tell someone.
I think there's one guy that we know that happened to him, but that's about it.
So I don't think we encourage innovating. We encourage engineering in a way to not to learn engineering, to actually go beyond it and think beyond that. I think Aramco has an amazing R&D department. They always had one, and all the students that go abroad and come back, they're there and they're like locked in. But we need more of that in colleges.
Well, see, when you say Aramco, like that's maybe one of the reasons for the existence of Petrol was creating, the needs or satisfying the needs of Aramco when it came to engineers, when it came
Exactly.
to generally everything that relates to the oil industry, whether it's geophysics or chemical engineering, and so on and so forth. But that created company men. It didn't really create innovators. It didn't really create, radical thinkers or mavericks who are able to come and look at a problem.
The same way KFPMers are looking at me right now, just annoyed by me. Aramco employees are looking at you annoyed by you.
I'm just saying, like Aramco,
because you're thinking of the big picture. Because Aramco falls into the same trap. Aramco has so many employees that are doing basic jobs that it takes away from the people who are actually building and innovating
and pushing the envelope.
I mean, the engines that Aramco's been making, no one actually talks about it. There's a lot of great things that Aramco makes.
That's what I'm saying. Like Aramco has a great, big organizational structure and process. And when you are able to fit in and contribute and add value, the
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, system works.
Exactly.
System works. But there is a system in place for a reason. Because in order to increase efficiency and, organize and plan everything and make sure that everything moves in the right way. But the whole culture of creation and building on entrepreneurial spirit is not something that's been encouraged, in our schools, except for now.
Thank you.
Except for now. The door is now changing. And we're seeing it because we keep hearing about it. We keep seeing the new schools, the Mohammed bin Salman Entrepreneurial School, I think in was it Fil Gharbiyya?
I think it was Gharbiyya.
Yeah.
I was about to say
So
that.
there's those options
Here's
now that exist that didn't exist before. And there's that spirit and drive that says, hey, if you guys have a new idea, come and do this shit, which is something that we've talked about, which is something we keep saying. Like, we appreciate anybody who's trying to come and do something new. We usually talk about it in the creative sense. No, it also goes back to the innovative, whether it's technological, whether it's product-based, whether it's, computer-based as well. So that is changing. How much time is it going to take for us to see the fruits of those change? That's a different question.
I agree with everything that you said. And for the last part of time, and that's the major problem right now.
Yeah.
We don't have time. Because
You need to start running,
no, you need to go way past running.
start jogging. Okay, no, go on.
How is running?
No.
How do you pass?
Don't try to.
All right, you know what? Never
Understand
mind.
that.
Never mind.
Don't. Don't fall into the trap.
Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
Forget this bullshit.
Okay.
We don't have time. That's the whole point. Look at Neom being built. If it was up to me, I would say, yo, Neom works 24 hours a day, 9 days a week. If it was up to me.
9, I said 9.
Because time flies, man.
It does.
And by the time you get there, everybody else is innovating and passing you. The whole idea of the scholarship program was to bring this expertise and build on it here and make it even grow. But the problem with the scholarship program, in my eyes, either people didn't take it seriously, or people just want to go abroad and chill, or people who actually like put the work in and came here and they're trying to adapt what they learned, but that support isn't there.
I think that last part might have been true, but is no longer true right now. Because I see a lot of young people in a lot of powerful positions in a lot of places. Like the youth is taking over and it is being allowed to take charge and take lead.
Let's be honest. The reason that all the youth are taking charge, it wasn't because of the industry looked at it that way. It's because we have a crown prince that's basically in the same age bracket as all of us. And he sees the potential. So they're forced to look at our potential. Before, they didn't care about us. Let's be honest.
And
all these companies didn't care to hire us. You'll be
I
a
agree,
graduate
I
from the
agree.
US and you will not smell manager.
I agree.
You can have your master's, you will still not smell manager.
I agree. And the good thing is, the tone is set at the top. So when the tone is set at the top, the change filters downwards.
And
And
that's
what we're
why
seeing.
all these universities need to be shaken up. All of them need to be. Look, I remember that the Ministry of Education is going to have some sort of change. And right now, all the focus is on elementary, middle school, and high school.
There's a lot of changes there already happening.
Yeah, it's been changes for the last 4 years.
Yeah, and the different courses that are happening, the different introductory of things being taught that never
Critical
taught.
thinking is getting involved now.
Exactly. Philosophy, we had that.
So
lot of
all
good
of this,
initiatives,
yeah. So all those, I think the focus is right there for the new generation. But I think they also understand that we built this for them. But when they graduate, what are they going to do? So now you need to focus on the second part. And I think you need to break everybody's ego. All of you need to run. All of you. No more, you're the big boy and we like you a lot. And no. What's your specialty? What's your specialty? What's your specialty? What's your specialty? All right. Let's see who you get out of there. You need funding? Do you want to have funding? Then show me the results. Don't just give me graduates.
So I agree with that.
Don't give me graduates that you just pressure to death.
Increase the competitive element between the different schools, the different opportunities that are there, and increase the level of quality in it. So
I agree.
it is going to take time, though. It is going to take. And
No,
I said,
I don't think we have time.
Yeah,
That's why I don't think it's going to take time. I think we all understand that we don't have time. We're all chasing the same thing.
But
Right now, there's a new world that's coming, and we all need to be a part of it. So either we're going to fall into it or we're going to lead it.
true. But the thing is, it took
Go
us. It's been a very long time. Us being transformation is not a process that happens quickly. That's the problem with that. In the sense that we've always had our mindset stuck in a certain way, looking at a certain direction, and now that we're aware, and we've been aware for a few minutes now, that we need to start looking in a different direction, a different way. But doing that shift is not an easy process.
I totally disagree. I think King Salman and the Crown Prince proved it to every single person here that when there's change that is required and is presented in a correct way, people will accept.
Yeah.
That's been proven again and again and again and again. Of course, you're going to have some people that say, no, we want the world to be like it is. You'll find that everywhere in the world. There's people
always.
don't want anything to change. Brexit is the biggest example. And that's a nation that's leading. And anyway.
No, I meant that in the sense of, I meant. Those
Ignore them.
No, but I mean in the sense like even for us, for example, like me and Turks were talking about this like right before we started recording. Like have been conditioned to, just be something, be employees, for example, and not, look at ourselves as something that we can create our own business or something that we can be our own, bosses or managers, because that's what's around us. That was the usual thing.
Cog in the machine.
Cog in the machine.
Exactly.
But the thing is,
You had to be an employee.
exactly. The thing is nowadays, like, bro, you know this. I know this. That's not the case. We need and it's when we know this, we need to start acting about this. We are starting to act about this. Now, you need to let everybody know that this is the time to start acting. They need to be aware that this is the time to start acting.
There are numerous YouTube videos of His Royal Highness Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman at different FIIs telling you, hey, hey.
Sometimes, man.
You know what? Never mind. He just reminded you recently. He said, Niyam. Niyam.
I know.
It's very disrespectful that Niyam is being built and none of us want to take an opportunity.
Sometimes people hear you, but they're not really listening. That's the thing. That's the problem. That is the problem. And you need people
And where could you start?
making them
Education.
shaking them.
No,
And that
That's
process,
what started.
That process is already on its way.
But I think these colleges should be.
That's definitely phase 2.
The problem deal I have with
Of course.
that is that I know colleges they're gonna do the shit that they always do. Where now we're different.
Yay!
Like if it was that simple, my boy. I'm not even saying my guy, my boy. If it was that simple, why couldn't you guys do it on your own?
Because there was no incentive. There's no incentive.
If you want funding, we need results. It's that simple.
There was a thought process of it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Bruh, it ain't broke because it's musty and rusty as hell. Bro. You need to throw the whole bathwater out and just like, get a new baby.
I swear to God, I had topics, but hey man,
Fuck your topics, man. Fuck your topics.
But ew, man, that was a good conversation. To be
That was
honest.
fun. That was fun. I like.
We took you on a merry trip through our, dark past in history.
Through your
And
egos.
Michigan, you were there for the most of it.
That's how
Like, you were
I was
watching-
an observer.
Yeah, you were watching.
I was an
these
observer.
Poor,
It was
poor.
David Attenborough of
Like-
our life.
Like
Young Shamsi goes to his college in Dubai.
A young
I'll
Shamsi
find
wakes up
Turks
today.
I'll find Turks get in a fetal position. I'm just taking notes. Just walk off.
It's like, okay,
Zero help.
the boys are gathered today. It is a Thursday. They have nothing going on.
All of them have finals.
And yet,
None of them care.
Super Smash Brothers.
Question: when you guys were in college, was the weekend a Thursday? I mean, a Wednesday?
It started like that.
Did it switch
Yeah,
when you guys were in college?
It switched when we were in college.
Yeah.
Yes. That was fun.
The universe shifted that when we were in college.
Except y'all.
Yes,
Yeah.
the world changed.
We stayed the same.
You know what? The Riyadh that I left and the Riyadh that I came back to were two completely different places.
And that's what we're going to talk about next. We good?
Yes, we out.
Peace.
Peace.